Hi everyone, I'm Louise Scott and I'm the head of research and development at Avon. And I'm here today with Gina Gura.
Hi Louise, hi everyone. I'm Gina and I lead our future innovation team at Avon.
So Gina, I'm sure there's lots of people who are probably wondering, what does the future innovation team do? Could you actually explain a bit?
Absolutely. So me and my team are the curator of beauty trends that informs our innovation agenda here at Avon, but we work from the marketing side. So our remit is really to develop concepts that are really compelling to the consumer and make our representative a destination.
And it's a really complementary remit to my team, right? Because my team is then doing the science to develop the products that then support those concepts. So we're a great partnership.
Absolutely.
And we're here today, aren't we, to talk about a really exciting new product launch that is going to be coming to our representatives and consumers very shortly. Distillery. We've talked a lot about this, Gina, haven't we? We're very excited about this new innovation space that we're playing in, clean beauty. I thought it'd be good, actually, if I just give a little bit of perspective on this before you talk a bit about what clean beauty is. Because as you know, I'm totally passionate about the journey we've been on at Avon to make sure that our footprint on the planet is that we're very conscious of it and that we're always working to get better. We're a big consumer of paper, for instance, and it's been a really big focus of ours for years now that we make sure that we are very focused on sustainability and renewable sources of paper. But this is a new foray, isn't it, for us, clean beauty? So, Gina, do you mind explaining a bit what clean beauty is for Avon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a movement that's really relevant everywhere because I think as consumers become more educated and social media is there really to fuel information for everyone, people are becoming more conscious. So they're very aware of, how they consume products and being very mindful about that. And I think they're demanding more of their products, as they should, rightly so. So this is a very positive movement, I believe, in beauty. So we're really excited to jump on it. And I think, Distillery will be the first launch that we do in this movement, but it's really the start. It's not well defined because I think it's still an emerging movement, but the way that I would define clean beauty is really just this holistic approach to how you consume your products. It's about being mindful about what's in the product, how it's made, and making sure that it doesn't impact anybody else in your quest for beauty. And it goes beyond animal testing. It has to be vegan and also sustainable, so no impact to the environment. There is many interpretations of what that could be. For us here at Avon, how we've interpreted that is to really take this holistic approach to the development.
And our focus for Distillery is to be both pure, as in clean beauty, but also potent, right? And I think that's a really important place to be. It's really important that there isn't a trade-off. Natural products have been out there a long time, natural beauty products. And I think many consumers would probably agree that they have to take some compromises on performance in order to be able to get a natural product. And our passion, wasn't it, when we started developing Distillery, was to make sure that there wasn't that compromise, so that we could deliver a clean beauty product that was both pure and potent. And that's certainly what my team set about to do when they were designing the products. I think a great example of that, for instance, is our day lotion, which has SPF protection, so it protects your skin from UV. But we've done that with mineral sunscreens instead of using the more common chemical sunscreens. So very pure, very potent, but delivering the sort of protection that we all need.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, we've taken a step further because that's actually been endorsed by the Skin Cancer Foundation. So,
right, exactly.
Again, a very efficacious and effective product, as well as being really great in terms of how you apply it, because it's also mattifying and primes before you put on your makeup. I think what you touched on that we really took to heart was this idea of, beauty without compromise. And the way we defined this consumer when we were designing this was we described her as the eco-chic, because she shouldn't have to compromise on any level, actually, not in the performance of the product, but also how it looks, because beauty is about pleasure. So when we were thinking about recyclability, for example, and making sure that the packaging really complied with that, we didn't actually want to compromise on how it looked. So, making choices around using glass instead of plastic. You feel good about reducing your plastic footprint, but glass is also great and luxurious to hold and feel. And then we also used aluminium caps, so you still get this very kind of premium look and feel, but it's actually completely recyclable. And then it's actually completely inspired by Distillery itself. So, the use of copper and white is a really beautiful combination to look at. And then we also, created these custom shapes with these vials that also really emulate Distillery. On the product side, I think Distillery works really well, not only for clean beauty, but also to talk about this purity and potency, because, we were very mindful about the type of ingredients that we used. They were vegan, they were the best quality of those actives. And then we completely minimised fillers or, anything that didn't need to be there that was going to create a positive impact, so that it was really concentrated. So it really is a very high-performing product.
Yes, absolutely. And that was one of the important achievements for the team, wasn't it, when they were designing the products? So another good example of that, I think, is the vitamin C powder. So vitamin C is very well known as a very efficacious ingredient, but unfortunately it's quite unstable. So one of the challenges is, how do you design a product that is potent, and the way to do it that we've designed for Distillery is to give the actual vitamin C powder. So it's actually a powder that you add into another product, be it your day cream or a serum, and that gives you a very pure product, obviously. So the product design that's been critical. It's also been important to make sure that we are telling the story about eco-consciousness and the journey of continuing to make our products better. So how do you do that? How do you tell consumers about that, Gina, on Distillery?
So storytelling is a really big part of brands now. Consumers love to hear what goes behind it. And I think it's really about this transparency and being very authentic. We've got a beautiful story to tell on Distillery because it is, an intriguing name in its own way. And, how we've approached the development in terms of, highest level of actives, no fillers is really important. And, I think we have our representative who we train, who's able to convey that story. We have a virtual distillery that we're going to be building on Instagram, which is going to be a great platform for consumers to be able to learn about the product, how it's made, how to use, and hear others talk about how great it is to use on their skin.
And that transparency, I think, is so important, isn't it, in beauty? I mean, we should be telling consumers what's in the products and how they were made and what is the packaging made of. So hopefully everybody, as they see this wonderful new launch, will be as excited as we are, having spent our time designing it together. We know how good it is, and we hope that it is as exciting for the consumer and the representatives.
Well, I think what's great about this is that, we're not only just going into skincare, we're also going into makeup. So, makeup is quite a new thing for clean. There aren't many collections out there, and we've got a great vegan mascara, a fabulous lip cream that is, really moisturising but really buttery. Because I think the other thing about Distillery that was great is that we got to these very unusual textures because we were getting to those kind of condensed and concentrated formats. And really the colour really pops with the makeup. The effect you get from the eyeshadows are really dramatic. These pigments are really rich. So it's really exciting that we're able to launch into 2 categories. It
is exciting, and the great thing is we've been able to also react to this evolving trend in the market extremely quickly. One of the things that Gina and I have been working on is make sure we get this to market in a really timely way. So we're very proud to be able to say that we're launching this, ahead of its first year. Within a year.
Yep.
So thanks very much, Gina. It's been great talking to you about one of our favorite brands.
Yes, you too, Louise. Thank you.